Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Fast Fishing. Today we're going to be talking about line selection, the different types of line that exist, and then at the end of the video I'm going to really quickly talk about our upcoming September giveaway, so stay tuned. Alright, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about the three types of line that most people use, and then when do we use them and how do we use them. Number one is going to be your monofilament line, your standard old school line. It's been around for forever. It's probably the line your dad used. It's the line my dad still uses to this day. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a good line. It's relatively invisible in the water. It has a pretty good resistance to abrasion, and it floats, which is great for topwater baits. It's great for a lot of different applications. You can use it with your Texas rigs, your jigs. You can use it for a lot of different stuff, and it will work. If the water gets pretty clear, then that's when I'm going to switch over to something like your fluorocarbon line. Now this is P-line Halo. This is 20 pounds, so it's a bigger size line. Now the things about fluorocarbon that you need to know is it sinks. It is pretty damn invisible in the water, and it's a little more abrasion resistant than the actual monofilament is. So you can flip it into some of those thicker weedy patches and you don't have to worry about it as much. It'll come through wood pretty good. It'll come through rocks pretty good. And, you know, again, it's invisible and it sinks, so it'll actually help your bait get down there pretty quick. Now, the third type of line that exists that most of us still use is your braided line. Now, this is a Daiwa braid. This is 65 pounds, so this is pretty heavy. I use this on my punching setup. I'm going to use that heavy line for some bigger topwater action and that type of stuff. Now, a lot of people always ask, you know, well, I'm fishing on a budget. I can't really afford to spool up all my reels with fluorocarbon. That's okay. We've all been there. We've all had to start somewhere, right? So what I always recommend to people is the most long-term solution to that is take something like a braided line. Maybe it's not 65-pound braid, but maybe it's 20, maybe it's 30-pound braid. Spool up your reel with that. Leave yourself just enough room to tie yourself on a fluorocarbon leader. So you can use something like an Alberto knot or a blood knot and tie that fluorocarbon leader on. Give yourself 6 or 8 feet. That way, if you are fishing, you know, something like a jig or a Texas rig, you've got that ability for the long-term use of that braided line. Plus, you've got that invisibility of that fluorocarbon leader, which will really help you catch more fish. Well, I hope this helps you out. If I didn't cover something that you're looking for, please hit me up down in the comments. I'm going to link the last month's video somewhere up here during the video or last week's video, I should say, for Fast Fishing. And then stay tuned right after this. Alright guys, it's almost time for the monthly giveaway for the month of September. I went out and I've been thinking about what to give you guys, what would I offer up for this month's giveaway, and I kept thinking, man, I had some suggestions for some of my jigs and some of that stuff, and it's like it's kind of getting to the end of that season. You know, they're great in the winter, they're great throughout the summer for the most part. The fall transition to me, though, is all about moving baits. It's all about matching the hatch. It's all about throwing swim baits and looking for those giant bass that are out there chasing the schools of shad and the schools of hits that are out there right before the winter. So what did I do? I went out and bought you guys a swim bait starter kit. So what we got here is 2 different packs of Kitex. We've got the 4.3 inch in the Sexy Shad, and we have the 3.8 inch in the Pro Blue Red Pearl. That's my favorite color, by the way, is that Pro Blue. That's a great color. So you get those 2, plus you're going to get 2 packs of swim bait heads. Over here we got your standard head, no fanciness about them, it's just your standard kind of jig head. And this one here is the standard head with the caveat of having the underspin, which is really good when those fish start schooling up in the fall. So I appreciate you guys continuing to watch. I'll post a video that'll be specifically about the monthly giveaway here real soon. And you know, the same rules are going to apply. You have to be a subscriber, have to like and comment on the video, and that'll enter you in, and then we'll plug it into the random generator a week later and kick out the prize. So appreciate you guys all staying tuned for all that, and keep on watching.